The Cleveland Browns fired Kevin Stefanski on Monday morning after 6 seasons as head coach. The move comes on the heels of a 5-12 season, marking the second straight year the Browns finished at the bottom of the AFC North. Stefanski's firing brings an end to one of the more complicated coaching tenures in recent Browns history. He won Coach of the Year twice, but also presided over back-to-back disaster seasons that left the franchise scrambling for answers. Let's start with what actually happened. Stefanski finishes with a 45-56 regular season record. That's a losing record, but here's where it gets interesting. In his first 4 seasons, he went 37-30 and made the playoffs twice. The last 2 seasons, 8-26. That's the kind of collapse that gets coaches fired, regardless of what came before. The Browns announced the decision Monday morning after wrapping up their season with back-to-back wins over division rivals. Those wins brought them to 5-12, but apparently winning your last 2 games means nothing when you've already lost 12 others. General Manager Andrew Berry is staying put. He'll be leading the search for the next head coach, which makes this the 11th head coach hire for the Browns since they came back in 1999. Now here's what made Stefanski different from most Browns coaches. He actually won something. In 2020, his first year, he led the Browns to their first playoff appearance since 2002. They went 11-5 and beat the Steelers 48-37 in the wildcard round. That was the franchise's first playoff win since 1994. The twist? Stefanski wasn't even there. He tested positive for COVID-19 before the game and had to watch from his basement at home while his team pulled off one of the biggest wins in modern Browns history.
Let's talk about why he got fired, and it all comes back to quarterbacks. During Stefanski's 6 seasons, the Browns started 13 different quarterbacks. That's an NFL high for that time period. Those quarterbacks combined to rank in the bottom 5 in total QBR, yards per attempt, and completion percentage. They threw 98 interceptions, more than any other team's quarterbacks during that span. This past season alone, Cleveland used 3 different starters. Joe Flacco started the first 4 games, but got benched after a 1-3 start and was traded to Cincinnati in October. Dylan Gabriel, a 3rd-round rookie, started 6 straight games until he got knocked out with a concussion against Baltimore in Week 11. That opened the door for Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round pick who started the final 7 games. And then there's Deshaun Watson, the elephant in every room when you talk about the Browns. In March 2022, Cleveland traded 3 first-round picks to Houston for Watson, then immediately gave him a 5-year, fully guaranteed $230 million contract. At the time, it was the largest guaranteed deal in NFL history. Watson didn't play at all this season because he's still recovering from a torn Achilles he suffered in Week 7 of last season. In fact, he only played 19 games total for the Browns since the trade. He went 9-10 as a starter with 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and an 80.7 passer rating. His completion percentage was 61%, his yards per attempt dropped to 6.5, and his deep ball efficiency fell from 43% with Houston to 28% with Cleveland. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam admitted back in March that the Watson trade was a big swing and miss. He said they thought they had their quarterback, and they didn't. And now they have to dig themselves out of the hole they created by giving up all those draft picks. The kicker? Cleveland still owes Watson $46 million for each of the next 2 seasons.
Let's fucking go! Let's go, 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 let's go. Just what the fuck I've been talking about. My year is starting off great. My year is starting off great. All-time leader in sacks resides in Cleveland, Ohio. My quarterback won the game for us yesterday. Now Kevin is fired. Let's go. Chat, we turning up tonight. I'll see y'all when I get home tonight, chat. It's a parade inside my motherfucking city. Fucking go. I told y'all, he's out of here.
So the Browns just fired Kevin Stefanski, and I mean, who could see that coming? You know, because I mean, he handled the team so well, right? I mean, he did so many great things with the quarterbacks that he had. I mean, he had that whole situation under control, right? So I mean, I don't know why they fired him, right? I mean, it's a mystery. It's a mystery.
used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that to shine like this in a matter of time I spent. So, Kevin, I hate Shedeur, but want to kiss Dylan Gabriel on the mouth. Stefanski has been fired from the Browns organization. But that's not enough. Call the FBI and have them check that nigga phone. It's about time his phone is checked. We know he was inside gambling. And Jerry Garbage Judy. Jerry, I love frolicking with the fairies Judy. You know you about to be next game. A lot of sports analysts said they seen this coming because he ran through 10 quarterbacks since 2021. Still paying all them, by the way, with a record of 45 to 56 for the last 6 seasons. Calling stupid Wildcats, taking Shedeur out at key moments. He punted at the 29. When a field goes all he needed, but a total points he's playing at the 29. Missing on everybody party. With a new head coach, though, this will be make or break it for Shedeur. Because if bro still messed up, it's over for bro.
Man, I can't lie. I'm riding and I'm thinking, bruh, I'm so glad Kevin Stefanski got up out of there. Hey, bruh, the man was terrible, dog. Listen, how you gonna draft 2 quarterbacks, whether you the coach or not, got 4 quarterbacks on the roster? Man, listen, Kevin Stefanski is like a bunch of people, bruh. Bad people management. Bruh, it don't matter who it is. Bruh, bad people management. And what it do? Cost him his job. Hey, bruh, you want to learn less from Kevin Stefanski? Hey, bruh, learn your people and may the best man win.
You see they fired Stefanski? God don't like ugly. Let this be a reminder. That man was hating on Shedeur. And his ego got in the way. Sayonara. Too bad, so sad. I love this for Shedeur. And it's just really a reminder. When people be trying to do you wrong, push them buttons, make it seem like you the problem, when they really the problem, God is always an on-time God.
I think we were all waiting for it. Kevin Stefanski has been relieved of his duties as head coach of the Cleveland Browns. After the game yesterday, I was kind of on the fence. I was assuming that his job may have been safe, especially after how the team has fought the last couple games, but he's been fired. As a Browns fan, I will say thank you, Kevin Stefanski, for the last 6 years, 2 Coach of the Years, and there were a lot of good times that we did have as you as our coach. But I think everyone saw this. The writing was on the wall, and Andrew Berry is going to be leading the search for the new coach. So hopefully whoever he brings in, he will be on the same page with that coach, because him and Kevin Stefanski obviously was not on the same page.
Browns have now fired their coach, Kevin. Yeah, get him up out of there. Hey, that's the one that was like playing with Shedeur, huh? I ain't gonna lie, Shedeur played better this year than I thought he would. I thought Shedeur really was like a 7-round pick. That's just me though. Just me though. It's me, my opinion. But he played good, and y'all had that man unprepared and all that, bro. So it's good to get this man up out of there. Kevin, get about it up, boy. He hating on Shedeur. I ain't gonna say I was hating on him, but he just had to prove it to me. Everything been given to your whole life. Get him out of here. He's the real hater. I ain't hate. I'm saying you gotta prove it to me. I was gonna give you the whole strip and let you prove it to me. He's not trying to even give you the strip. So
the Cleveland Browns have finally fired Kevin Stefanski. This is very good news. I just went downhill. For casual critics, they'll say, why the hell would you fire the 2-time coach of the year? But we all know this is the coach of the ass. Only reason he won coach of the year is because his players were able to take a team that's historically win like 3 or 4 games a year. Or maybe 5 or 6 in a really good year, 1 or 2 in a bad. 0-16 that one time, very, very sad stuff. People know this is why he won coach of the year. It's because he was able to flip the franchise around. While we know he was just lucky with Baker Mayfield and the boys. Right? Great defense, good teams. They got to 10 wins or so. Not Stefanski's doings. The play calling isn't shit. That's why this guy got fired. People forget without Shedeur Sanders, we would have probably won like 3 games this year. He went 3-4 in his last 7 starts and his only 7 starts. Anyway, after 6 long years, Stefanski's finally gone. I think Freddie Kitchens would have been a better fit anyway. Obviously, that ship is long sailed. But maybe we could get a new coach in this bitch that actually knows how to coach. Send this to your friend who loves the Cleveland Browns and wants them to do better in the future. Also, preferably the friend you send this to hates Kevin Stefanski. But if they love him, let him know too. Send him to those friends.
Breaking motherfucking news. So the Cleveland motherfucking Browns just did they big one, y'all. Yes, indeed, they did. Y'all, Kevin motherfucking Stefanski is out. They just gave his ass the motherfucking big boot, not the little one. Do you hear what I'm saying? So it seems like Shedeur will be getting his start
start next season, y'all. And this is going to be a big one. As been reported, there has been a couple of coaches fired from several teams as of a couple of hours ago. So, who gonna run this team? But I would especially like to give a big shout out to the owner of the Browns, because you did your big one on this one, y'all. So, yes, thank you. Mrs. Stefanski is now gone. Praise the Lord.
The time has finally come that Kevin was fired. Finally, bro. Like, bro, he should have been fired like the fifth game. Like, he went through how many quarterbacks? And they letting this slide, bro. And yo, I feel like the Browns, they gotta let go of Jerry Jeudy too, man. Yeah, pack his ass up too, man. His bum ass.
If you guys didn't hear, Kevin Stefanski got fired. Yes, we all saw this coming, but let's be honest. You put all your eggs in one basket, but there was a better basket right next to you. So, I mean, brother, it was meant to be. Next time, just be a believer. Believe in him and get it done.
We got some NFL breaking news. The Cleveland Browns fired Kevin Stefanski. Probably wouldn't have happened if you would have started Shedeur earlier. And I'm not even one of those. I'm just not a Shedeur stan. I'm just saying. Think about the end of your season compared to the beginning of your season. I had Joe Flacco. You traded Joe Flacco. Then you started Dylan Gabriel. We all saw how that went. You put Shedeur in and you actually look like a competent football team. You probably would have still had a job, Kevin. But let's be completely honest, the Browns organization is the Browns organization. Doesn't matter who your head coach is. Honestly, doesn't matter who your quarterback is. You ain't doing nothing no time soon. My son probably won't see nothing y'all do.
Hey guys, I'm just waking up to the great news. As soon as I opened this app, I was like, no. They fired him?
They told me, Kirk.
I went searching. And I saw it. I saw an interview from the owner. Yep. Kevin, you out of here. Hope you enjoy your last game last night. You're out of here. So happy for the Browns. Perfect timing. Lucky. You out of here, sucker. For the people that say that we can't do better, next year, watch and see. New leadership. Here we come. Let's go, Browns.
Let us rejoice that Kevin Stefanski is no longer the coach of the Cleveland Browns. Breaking fucking news. The Browns have fired Kevin Stefanski. And here's the thing. I would never be gleeful over someone losing their job, but he's a millionaire. He's going to be fine. Like, I'm not worried about his life and livelihood. I'm just happy that the Browns have fucking fired Kevin Stefanski. Finally. It's a little too late. I mean, they would have never won this season anyways, the way that it's all been set up. But like, fucking finally, I'm glad he got a couple wins to go out on. But finally, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I can just see so much more for the Cleveland Browns and for Shedeur Sanders, even if it is a cursed franchise, even if it does have terrible management, even if it does have terrible ownership, at least one part of the puzzle that wasn't fitting is gone.
Guys, Kevin Stefanski was fired. And I think it all has to do with the fact that he doesn't want to work with Shedeur Sanders. And let me explain. So in my last video, go check it out, I said that the way Kevin Stefanski is treating Shedeur, it's actually exposing him more than it's exposing Shedeur. Because when you're trying to set up someone to fail, you don't see how much it is exposing you. And a lot of you guys rightly commented that when you are digging a grave for someone, you need to also dig yours next to them. So I think the reason why he's getting fired is because he doesn't want to work with Shedeur. And the GM and the owner have seen how much publicity Shedeur is bringing to the team. They've seen how the fans are excited. And this doesn't mean that they think that they're going to win the Super Bowl next year or that they're going to be such an amazing team. They see the benefit of having Shedeur Sanders. And unfortunately, because Kevin is hesitant to work with him or doesn't want to, they don't want to have that. And I think based on how Kevin Stefanski has been throughout this entire season, I don't think he actually cares to lose his job for this reason. I think that's how much he just doesn't like working with Shedeur. I think he's willing to risk it all for it.
Oh, I'm not even a Browns fan, and I know y'all happy about this. If I'm happy about this, Kevin Stefanski gets fired. I'm not going to hold you. The Browns been looking real Gabricio underneath this guy, especially the last 2 to 3 seasons, right? All of the shit that went down with this whole Shedeur Sanders saga. Maybe he's just a pawn, right? But usually teams that are bad, this is usually the time where they hire a black head coach just to bridge the gap until they get decent and they hire who they really want to hire. Not saying that that's what the Browns going to do, but that's usually how teams go about situations like this. Kevin Stefanski is up out of here. Up out of here, as he should be. He's garbage. God-awful head coach. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He's garbage. Hand clap for the Cleveland organization for fire. They should have fired this man on the spot week 5. Whole time.
Good fucking riddance. Stefanski is gone.
We just found out a couple seconds ago.
I know Shedeur is happy as fuck. He's not going to show it because they be putting him in that scrutiny. But I know he's hella hype. He's happy that finally he could have an off season to himself to train and have a full training camp and actually show out next season because he knows he's going to be the starter. And he should be, because we've seen Shedeur Sanders ball out and be one of the best QBs that the Browns have had in quite some time. And that's not saying much, to be honest, but at the same time, you got to start somewhere. Like, Shedeur Sanders went like 3-4 in his last 7 games. And ever since he became a starter, it's been good. It's been good. It's been way better than anything else they had. And now we get to see the era of Shedeur Sanders without a hating-ass coach behind him and as somebody that wants to put him down, that doesn't like him. And it was apparent the whole fucking time. But what we're not going to do is we don't want no Deion Sanders as the head coach. Come on, let's be real. That shit ain't happening. The Browns ain't not gonna make Deion Sanders the head coach. Y'all keep clamoring for that shit, but let's be real. That's not gonna happen. But I'm excited to see the future, though. Let's see.
But let's talk about why he got fired. And it all comes back to quarterbacks. During Stefanski's 6 seasons, the Browns started 13 different quarterbacks. That's an NFL high for that time period. Those quarterbacks combined to rank in the bottom 5 in total QBR, yards per attempt, and completion percentage. They threw 98 interceptions, more than any other team's quarterbacks during that span. This past season alone, Cleveland used 3 different starters. Joe Flacco started the first 4 games, but got benched after a 1-3 start and was traded to Cincinnati in October. Dillon Gabriel, a 3rd-round rookie, started 6 straight games until he got knocked out with a concussion against Baltimore in Week 11. That opened the door for Shedeur Sanders, a 5th-round pick who started the final 7 games. And then there's Deshaun Watson, the elephant in every room when you talk about the Browns. In March 2022, Cleveland traded 3 first-round picks to Houston for Watson, then immediately gave him a 5-year, fully guaranteed $230 million contract. At the time, it was the largest guaranteed deal in NFL history. Watson didn't play at all this season because he's still recovering from a torn Achilles he suffered in Week 7 of last season. In fact, he only played 19 games total for the Browns since the trade. He went 9-10 as a starter with 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and an 80.7 passer rating. His completion percentage was 61%, his yards per attempt dropped to 6.5, and his deep ball efficiency fell from 43% with Houston to 28% with Cleveland. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam admitted back in March that the Watson trade was a big swing and miss. He said they thought they had their quarterback, and they didn't. And now they have to dig themselves out of the hole they created by giving up all those draft picks. The kicker? Cleveland still owes Watson $46 million for each of the next 2 seasons.
In his statement, Stefanski said he leaves with immense gratitude. He thanked the organization, the community, and Browns fans for embracing his family. He specifically thanked his coaching staff and players for fighting through injury and adversity while putting the team first. The Haslams released their own statement, saying they have tremendous gratitude for Stefanski's leadership and called him a good coach and an even better person. But they said the results over the last 2 seasons weren't satisfactory, and they needed to make a change. Andrew Berry, the GM, said it was a difficult decision and a tough day because of the impact Stefanski had and the relationships he built. He called Stefanski more than a coach, but also a partner, friend, and stabilizing force for the team. He acknowledged the collective underperformance was something he owns as well. Myles Garrett said last Friday that he's not interested in another rebuilding process. He's committed to winning, and if the organization is thinking about anything other than winning, like tanking or rebuilding, that's not him. It's a pretty clear message to Browns leadership about what their star defender expects. So, where do the Browns go from here? They have the 6th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, plus another first-round pick later in the round that they got from Jacksonville in a trade. That gives them flexibility to either draft a quarterback or trade up if they want to. League sources expect the Browns will likely hire another first-time head coach. Some names already being thrown around include former Seahawks coordinator Clint Kubiak, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady, and Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores.